Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the South Carolina versus Vanderbilt college basketball matchup on Saturday, February 10th, 2024. Of course, if you like all the free picks we do at Pick Dawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK. You'll get 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make big bets, who have big bankrolls. If that's you, go ahead and text the number that you see on the screen to find out more about the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. These are packages that aren't available on the website, but they're meant for people who make big bets. So if that's you, text that number. But let's head to Columbia, where South Carolina takes on Vandy in SEC college basketball action. What a season for South Carolina. I don't think a lot of people saw this coming. I think we saw a team that was going to be improved, but if you told me 20-3, 12-1 at home and wiping the floor with some of the big-time blue bloods in the SEC, I would have said, that ain't going to happen. You're dreaming. But the Cocks are 8-2 straight up in their last 10 games, 7-3 against the number over that span. And man, they are absolutely rolling. And the thing is, when you have a team that had that little of expectations coming in, you know what happens. They absolutely murder the point spread. And South Carolina has been doing that for the better part of this season. They're up against a Vandy team, though it is. These are those value teams, right? These are the guys that stunk, you know, bottom of the barrel when it comes to SEC basketball. 6-16 on the season, 0-5 straight up on the road. But we know what happens, even though they're just 9-12-1 against the number at this point. The books, they have a way of adjusting things and making them right, and we got to watch out for that one. Vandy 2-8 straight up in their last 10, but 5-4-1 against the number. It's really one of these things about college basketball, and what makes February college basketball extremely tough is because we're looking at a lot of different angles here and a lot of different things going on. Normally, you have the second leg of a home, you know, where these teams have played each other earlier in the season in one building, and then you have the revenge factor coming back, right? So it's like one of the teams will be out for revenge. Then you usually have, you know, teams that are maybe competing for a spot in the NCAA tournament. And, you know, other teams that want to play the spoiler role. And for South Carolina, I think at this point, it's more about seeding and just keeping the ship afloat, because what you don't want to do is take a bad home loss against a team like Vandy. Then all of a sudden you take a couple other losses and then you leave it all in the committee's hands. Not something you want to do, especially if you're not a Kentucky, Michigan State, or Duke or someone like that you know is always going to get the benefit of the doubt. For these two teams, there's no revenge going on here because they haven't met yet this season, but South Carolina has just really run shutdown defense this season. Their offense isn't really anything to write home about, and I think that is part of the issue here. We've seen them pull away, and then we saw them blow a big lead last time out against Ole Miss in a game that, you know, they were up by 16 points, ended up winning by 3. I think what we have here is a game where, you know, you kind of have to watch out. It's tough to go against South Carolina here because they're home and they're absolutely rolling, and we know they've beaten way better than this. It's a ton of points, though, and I think that's the issue, but still, I'm going to roll with South Carolina, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com, 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.